Hey, Royal Family, welcome to my General Hospital Daytime Drama channel. I am your hostess, the Daytime Drama Queen. I have your General Hospital recap for today, Wednesday, July 19th. Now, let's have at it. We see Trina Robinson and Marcus Taggart at Kelly's. They are meeting for breakfast. She tells Taggart that we haven't talked much since I've got back from Greenland. She says that she feels that Curtis will never wake up. Marcus admits that he doesn't want to be a burden. He says they are struggling. Trina says she's trying to understand where she came from and who she is. Taggart then suggests the person that you need to talk to is Curtis. Trina then leaves. When Trina is gone, we see Marcus pull a whiskey flask from his pocket. He places it under the table and pours the contents into his coffee cup. We next see Portia Robinson. She's talking to Curtis at his bedside. She's telling him to wake up. Spencer Cassadine walks into the room and Portia tells him that Trina's not there. He says, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude." He then leaves. Soon after, Marshall Ashford drops by and tells Portia that Spencer is outside waiting. He doesn't look like he is going anywhere soon. Portia then goes to see Spencer and he tells her, "I'm just waiting here for Trina unless you..." Portia says, "No, don't go, stay. I need you to hear what I have to say." Spencer says that he wanted to spend more time with Trina, but he also wanted to respect Portia's boundaries. Portia tells him that his life is very complicated right now with his little brother. Spencer says he promises never to hurt Trina. "She is the best thing that ever happened to me." Portia then asks him, "Can you honestly say that you are the best thing that ever happened to Trina?" Spencer says, "You will have to ask Trina that. One thing I do now know that I'm certainly not the worst thing that's ever happened to Trina." Portia goes, "Oh, really?" Portia tells Spencer, "I can recall some of the worst moments that my daughter had in her life came from a common denominator, and that's you." Portia says that Trina was framed for the video of Joss and Cam, and the guilty party was Esme. And who brought Esme to Port Charles? It was you. Trina was kicked out of PCU and put on trial. Spencer tells Portia that Trina and I have worked past those things. Portia is on a roll. She can't be stopped. She then asks Spencer, "And what about Trina following you on that boat and being trapped by your insane uncle? The only reason Trina is alive is because of Curtis saved her life." Spencer says Trina should run as far away as she can from me, but she didn't. Despite everything that happened, Trina still stood right beside me, and we're good for each other. Portia's getting angry now. She says, "How can you say that with a straight face? You chose to move in with Esme, the one who caused my daughter all that pain. I don't think you make Trina happy at all." She says, "If you care about Trina, then do yourself a favor. Let Trina go." Trina comes by and runs up to Spencer as Portia stabs him with daggers that she's casting from her eyes. Marshall then comes out into the hall and says that Curtis is waking up. Portia and Trina go into the room as Spencer is standing outside in the hall. Back in Curtis's room, he opens his eyes as Spencer looks in through the blinds. Next, we see Esme Prince at the Invader. She is going through a box of files. Alexis Davis catches her and says, "What are you doing?" Esme says that she accidentally dropped the documents. Alexis then says, you want to tell me why were you going through my documents in the first place? Esme becomes defensive and says, were you checking up on me? Is that why you hired me? Alexis says, you have no right to go through my files. Although I don't owe you an explanation, we're doing a story on Heather and Ryan. Alexis tells Esme, I don't trust you, nor does anyone else trust you. Alexis takes a phone call, turning her back. Esme continues to rifle through the documents. Alexis turns around and says, didn't I ask you to leave? Esme goes out into the hall and shuts the door. She pulls a document from her breast area. It is an article from The Invader. The article reads, Heather Weber, the hook killer. Molly Lansing Davis goes to see her sister, Sam McCall. Molly is angry that Christina has decided to become a surrogate for her and TJ without discussing the matter to them. Sam says that she was only trying to help. Molly says, once again, Christina is always trying to make herself the center of attention. Sam then says that Molly needs to be the bigger person and to talk to Christina. Molly is against it. Christina Corinthos Davis goes to see her father, Sonny Corinthos. He tells her that when you make mistakes, you need to own up to them and fix them. Sonny says that your mom indicated that you need some support. Christina becomes upset and says, my mom talked to you about it. Christina thinks that Sonny is talking about her project with the foundation. Christina said, I'm not talking about that. Sonny said, then what's going on? Christina said that I can't discuss that with you right now. All I know is that I offered to help Molly and she turned me down. Sonny says, look, I don't know what's going on, but you need to have a conversation with your sister. Christina then leaves. Back at Sam McCall's place, she and Molly are still talking when the doorbell rings. Sam answers the door. It is Christina. Lastly, we see Sasha Gilmore, Maxie, and Gladys Corbin by the poolside. They are discussing the upcoming interview that Sasha is going to give. Sasha says, I am a thief. Maxie tells her, no, you just want to get your side of the story. Gladys is egging Sasha on. As Maxie says, she doesn't have to give one if she doesn't feel like it. Gladys then asks Sasha, have you taken your pills yet? Cody Bell then walks up to the poolside and lounges by the pool. Much to Gladys's chagrin, Gladys says, Cody is the last thing we need right now. The interviewer arrives and Gladys goes over to Cody and tells him, whatever you do, do not go near Sasha. The interviewer asks Sasha questions about what happened at the store. Maxie tries to give an explanation. The interviewer tells Maxie, I'm asking Sasha. I would like to hear her side of the story. The interviewer says, you lost your husband and your child, and you had a public breakdown on TV. How do you keep going? The interviewer asks Sasha, weren't you once involved with the criminal Cyrus Renault? Maxie jumps in again and tells the interviewer that it was a long time ago. Gladys is over with Cody in Sasha's full view. She tells him to beat it. Gladys starts to shove Cody and he grabs her arm. Sasha is staring. She's having some type of meltdown with a puzzled look on her face. Cody and Gladys's interaction escalates. Sasha jumps up and sees a tray of food with knives on the table. She grabs a knife and runs up to Cody. She is behind Cody. She jabs the knife into Cody's back. Cody looks at her and says, "Sasha, why?" He then collapses. Well, Royal Family, that's it for today's recap. Please send me your thoughts, your comments, and your theories, and we will discuss later. Until then, this has been the Daytime Drama Queen saying ta-ta.